Hi Aries, this is your July 31st through the 6th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love coming towards you. In the second spread, we'll check in with those of you who are already married or in a relationship. Then I'll do the X spread. After that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And at the end, we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Then we have the Page of Cups clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Three of Pentacles. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This person is already in your life. Aries, right? This person has something to do with the way you make your money, okay? Or perhaps if you're still in school or if you just graduated, perhaps this is somebody whom you used to go to school with. But for most of you, yep, somebody who has something to do with the way you make your money. We have both the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in the same spread. As a matter of fact, the Three of Pentacles showed up first, you see that right there in the middle, and then the Eight of Pentacles showed up as a clarifier of the Page of Cups. To me personally, this is a confirmation. All right, both of those two cards are work, business, finances, collaboration, cooperation related. So again, perhaps this person used to work with you, or they may still work with you. Perhaps you met them at some kind of a conference or an industry event, or perhaps you collaborated when they could be working for another company, and perhaps your company works with them. There's just so many different ways to describe this situation. But again, they have something to do with the way you make your money. Right? The very first card that came out is the King of Pentacles. That's them. So it could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, they're all about finances, money, business, and things like that, right? We have a lot of Pentacles on the table. Not only those two work-related cards, business-related cards, the Eight of and the Three of Pentacles, we also have the Seven and the Ten. Right, so yeah, the King of Pentacles themselves is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of waiting. I think they are waiting for maybe another time they see you, or they're waiting for you and your colleagues to go have dinner all together after work, or they're waiting for something else. Okay, they're waiting for a particular date, or they're waiting for something to finish, or something like that. And then here comes that Page of Cups, right? The Page of Cups is an invitation. Yeah, they want to ask you out. They want to become more than just colleagues, right? Because I do see them being very interested in you. Okay, I definitely see that. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. What's interesting about this reading, I should have probably mentioned it earlier, there is no major arcana cards here. Zero. Okay, and you are in your own potential outcome, Aries. The Queen of Wands right there in the middle, that's you. The Ace of Cups to the left from you. I think this is just the way of the universe to tell you that it's going to be up to you where you want to take this. Right? The Ace of Cups is going to be on the table, and so will the Ten of Pentacles to the right from the Queen of Wands. Those two are amazing cards, especially together, right? Because the Ace of Cups is all about love. You know, it's a very emotional, lovey-dovey card, right? So there's definitely love coming from this King of Pentacles. Or if you want to take it further, if you want to take it to that level, it's definitely an option. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of a commitment, marriage. It's a rock-solid commitment and marriage, as a matter of fact. And that's what you would probably expect from a King of Pentacles, right? There's multiple cards in a tarot deck that could be interpreted as cards of marriage and commitment. The Ten of Pentacles is one of them. And again, I'm not surprised that that particular one showed up because the King of Pentacles is coming your way. Hence the Ten of Pentacles, right? The Ten of Pentacles, like I said, is a rock-solid commitment marriage. This is a card of enjoying financial abundance. It's also a card of real estate. Solid card, right? And the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a card of victory, success. It's a card of feeling good. It's a card of attention. You definitely have this person's full and undivided attention. So what I'm seeing here is that yes, they're gonna ask you out. Yes, they're gonna show you a lot of attention. Yes, they will express their interest. Yes, they may even express their love to you. But it'll be up to you what you want to do with all of this. This spread right here, this reading right here, it shows you that you can have both emotional fulfillment, love with an Ace of Cups, and you may have very stable, rock-solid commitment in marriage with this person. But it's going to be, I think, up to you. Another thing I want to mention is that I always like when a king and a queen show up in the same reading. That means you're vibing on a similar level, the king and a queen level. That's a very vibrational level, if you ask me. A king and a queen are usually people who are ready for something serious. So yeah, interesting reading. No major arcana cards. You are in charge. You're calling shots. You'll be hearing from this person. They're going to be asking you out, and you can take it from there. But it looks very promising. It really does. It really does. You get both the emotional fulfillment, love, and stability with the commitment and potentially marriage with this person. All right. Really happy for you, Aries. Congratulations. Aries, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So here's what's going to happen, Aries. You will receive a message or a notification, a letter, email, phone call, and you will have to act upon it real quick. And it's the Ten of Wands right there in the middle is a card of a difficulty. The Page of Wands, the first card that came out, is a message or a notification, phone call, email, letter, what have you. The Knight of Swords right next to the deck could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius you're dealing with. But most likely this is the advice. This is you having to either go somewhere or act upon it really quickly or attack it. Yeah, let me explain. Not like physically attack it, but you will need to act upon it real quick, right? The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight out of all 4 knights, right? And the Knight of Swords usually is considered somebody who is on the attack, right? You see how that person in the Knight of Swords is charging ahead. They've got their sword out. So you will have to take care of it ASAP. That's what I'm saying. The good news is that the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, I think that's you. That's one of your major arcana cards, right? And it's always a good sign to have your own major arcana card in your own reading. That means you can. It's not something critical or crucial, but you will have to act upon it real quick. And this message, notification, or email or letter could be about anything. It could be a letter from your landlord, or it could be from like a government organization or something like that. But you will still have to take care of it as soon as possible. Don't procrastinate on this one. I'm not saying that Aries are people who procrastinate, quite the opposite, but especially this time, don't think of it as you can put it on the back burner. No, don't put it on the back burner. Don't put it away. Take care of it as soon as possible. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aries, this week. Keep in mind it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Three of Cups, clarified by the Devil. We have the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or pretty much any zodiac sign. I would be extra careful, Aries, whom you're dealing with this week in terms of your exes. Okay, Three of Cups. You're probably for some of you, you're definitely dealing with a juggler. You're definitely dealing with a juggler, right? We got the Three of Cups here, which could be a card of a third-party situation. We also have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It could be interpreted as a card of somebody who is juggling people, right? The Three of Cups is clarified by the Devil. The Devil is a Capricorn major arcana card, but at the same time, if it's not a Capricorn, then the Devil is a card of temptation. It's a card of lust. It's a card of unhealthy, toxic situation or toxic people. Okay, so perhaps you may run into this person at some kind of an event or a party. The Three of Cups could be a party, right? Or they may invite you to come along to some kind of an event, party, gathering, concert. Perhaps they'll hit you up and say, hey, our favorite band is in town and I just happen to have tickets to it. Would you like to go? So it could be that type of a temptation. All right. The High Priestess in the middle is a card of a secret and or intuition. So they may not tell you the whole thing. Or using your intuition, you can tell them to leave you alone, right? The Ten of Swords right next to the deck is a card of an ending, an abrupt ending. So if you just want to have a little fun with this person, Aries, go ahead. But they've got something else going, right? They either have other people they deal with, or they're not telling you the whole truth, or they may be straight up lying to you about something. So I think with the Ten of Swords right next to the deck, again, this is either, if you were to give this person a chance and get together, it will come to a very quick ending, right? But at the same time, you could use that Ten of Swords to like do preemptive ending. Just if you don't want to have anything to do with them, just shut them down, ghost them, block them, and don't even bother with them. But just keep in mind that yes, they're not coming back with sincere apologies or anything like that. They're coming in to just have a little fun. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Aries, this week. We have the Hangman, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords, and we also have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This week, you're going to put your foot down on something. And it could be interpreted so many different ways, right? The Hangman, the first card that came out, it's a card of stagnation, and at the same time, it could also be a card of an epiphany, a light bulb moment, and it could also be a card of a sacrifice. All right, so for some of you, yeah, it could be interpreted either way. The Four of Cups, the next card over, is a card of a rejection. Okay, and I think this Four of Cups is most likely coming from you. Okay, so you will say, I'm no longer doing something. I'm no longer sacrificing myself. I'm no longer waiting for you to promote me, to give me a raise. You've promised me this for a year or 2 years, or for whatever that length of time is, right? The Queen of Wands, the next card that came out, that's you, right? The Ace of Swords, clarifying you, is a card of clarity. So you could be becoming crystal clear. They've been lying to you or taking advantage of you. Or this is you just, again, putting your foot down, saying, you know what, moving forward, I'm not going to sacrifice myself. I'm not going to work those extra hours. I'm not going to continue helping you. If you've got, you know, sometimes people come to you and asking for favors over and over again, and you're like, you know what, no, I'm busy, I gotta prioritize, I've got my own tasks on my plate, and I have to finish them first before I can do another favor for you. And with the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, that's you, again, putting your foot down, protecting, defending yourself, your position. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, taking matters into your own hands, basically. That's what this spread is all about. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Aries, this week. We have the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. You're going to be dealing with a Gemini. I think you have a couple of options, and you will have to choose between those two options, right? If you have children, you could be dealing with something that has to do with children. Still options, definitely. All right? So yeah, 2 pages right here. Either 2 children you're dealing with. If you don't have children, it could be somebody else's children. But most likely those 2 pages are invitations or messages, okay? And that will trigger you having to make a choice with the Seven of Cups and the Lovers, right? The Lovers could be a Gemini you're dealing with, but the Lovers is a card of a choice. And so is the Seven of Cups right next to the deck. That card could also be interpreted as a card of options, okay? Yeah, so that's what you're not expecting. Options, I don't really see you struggling that much, but for whatever reason, I don't see you struggling that much with making a choice, but for whatever reason, you will have to look into it, I guess. Don't just, you know, yeah, look into this as soon as you can. And you could be actually looking, if you want to buy something, if you want to purchase something, it could be you looking at very similar products or very similar services by two different companies. All right, and you could be thinking of which of the 2 you want to move forward with. But yeah, that's what you're not expecting, basically, Aries. All right, so yeah, that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Aries, have an amazing week.